I moved to San Myshuno today. The apartment is terrible. The balcony is too small for my telescope. The neighbors are loud, and somebody was screaming in the hallway at 2 a.m. Not to mention the sink already leaks all the time. I think this is the sort of place people come to when they're trying to become someone else, and I sure hope they are right. I also signed up for the scientist career today. Real science, real answers, observable truths. Numbers don't abandon people halfway through their childhood and disappear into the woods like cowards. I don't believe in magic anymore. There has to be a logical explanation for all of this. There has to be. Because if there isn't, then that just means they left me behind on purpose. Alrighty, everyone. Hello. My name is Kahani Sims. Welcome to my first official YouTube video. I have been a longtime simmer and am only now deciding to finally foray into the wild world of YouTubing and sharing my storytelling with you all. So without further ado, let me introduce the not-so-berry Generation 1 heir, Neem Vex. Neem is a very complex character who has been through a lot in her childhood. She was abandoned as a child and is not your standard not-so-berry Generation 1 heir. We're playing the challenge a little bit differently. The original rules give our Gen 1 founder 3 traits: vegetarian, jealous, and materialistic. But Neem, well, she had other ideas. She came into the world as a genius, jealous, and clumsy, and honestly, that felt more her. A scientist who knocks things over, a woman who overthinks everything and resents everyone who doesn't. So we're playing the spirit of the challenge, but not a strict rule book. And we will be switching back to her Chief of Mischief aspiration. Actually, at this point, I accidentally started with the Nerd Braid aspiration, but we swap it out later at the Spice Festival. Another note, the mint hair. Look, Neem is not the kind of woman who dyes her hair to prove a point. She represents her generation in a subtler way. The mint is in her wardrobe, her apartment, in the way she sees the world, but not everything has to be so literal, so we are not going with mint in her look. Her look is more closer to her South Asian heritage, which shows in her skin color and kind of her name. And then the final note and the secret twist to this 10 Generation Legacy Challenge is Neem is actually of the Fae origin, or she is of the fairy folk. But honestly, she doesn't know much about her heritage. She just knows she experiences really weird things, and it's made her an outsider, and it really has shaped how she views the world. So back to Neem and getting her kind of set up for this generation. She wants to be a scientist. Logic is the one way she made sense of the world when magic abandoned her. And so first off, we're going to sign up for the scientist career. And I think this is going to be really fun to play out. Being mischievous and being part of the science career is one of my favorite packs to play out, and I haven't done it in a while, so let's walk through this career and kind of experience it all together. We'll be starting as a lab technician, and it looks like we won't have work for a few days. I really love this starter apartment. It feels like it was made for Neem. I mean, there's a lot of mint accents in here already, and I haven't even added anything to the apartment yet. I think as we go, we'll add more and more mint and green furniture. I should get her a telescope. I feel like that's something Neem needs, especially as she needs to work on mastering the logic skill. A telescope would be perfect for that. Plus, I think Neem is really obsessed with the stars because It is part of the logical world. There is something to see there. She just wants to chart it all out and understand the past because she doesn't understand her own past. So the mysteries of the universe are really alluring to her. Ooh, they have a green telescope. It doesn't look like they have a mint one, but this will have to do. This is the perfect place for it. We'll delete that planter. We don't need that. And hopefully she'll get some fun nights stargazing from her balcony in San Myshuno in her new apartment. So let's try it out. Wait, what? Why can't I stargaze? Let me see if I can move it. Ugh. You know what? I'll just figure this out later. We'll just carry it with us in our inventory. Ooh, the flea market. I could definitely go there. We don't have a lot of furniture and we're going to need to collect mint whatever we can find. We also need a lot of collectibles in the scientific career. So it's supposed to be in this neighborhood, but it's not there yet. Maybe I just need to give it a minute. Oop, yep, there it is. The flea market. It looks like folks are still arriving. I just love being in the city in The Sims. I think the city living pack was one of my absolute favorites. Get to work is also really nice. I know it's buggy sometimes, but I do enjoy Get to Work. Um, I have many packs. I can't say that I have like as many packs as a lot of Simmers do, but I definitely have a lot of them. Ooh, look at the collectibles. Is there anything here that I need? I could get a future cube. Nah. Look at this mint crane sculpture. This is beautiful. Like, seriously, it's the perfect color. I'm gonna have to get that at some point. Definitely. Okay, it will be a goal of mine to get Neem to purchase that at some point in some home that she has, maybe the penthouse. Ooh, Raj Rasoya. Looks like I've already decided to introduce myself. Might as well start the mischief skill. And maybe I can get him to give me a good deal on a lamp. It looks like that's what he's selling. Do you think that blue one or this green one screams more mint? Yeah, let's get the mint one. I think we just spend the rest of our time punking people here because we gotta make some frenemies and skill up, I guess? You know what? Oh, I'm not supposed to be in the nerd brain uh, aspiration. I think we have to switch that. Yeah, we should switch to the Chief of Mischief. That is the original Not So Berry aspiration. So why don't we switch on over? Where is it? Where is it? Aha! So I'll get the Tormentor skill if I max this out. Have I ever gotten the Tormentor skill? I don't think so. All right, all is well with the aspiration. Now we can go and wreak some havoc on Raj. It's really funny that there's so many Desi characters in the city. I wasn't really thinking about that when I placed Neem as our Gen 1 founder here, but it kind of makes sense that she would meet South Asians in the city. I guess many of us do flock to the city. Ooh, I found him annoying. Oh, immature. Well, I think that's the perfect kind of person to joke around with, and it seems like he enjoys my jokes. We're becoming pretty good friends or acquaintances. So, as a fairy, I think one thing that is unique about Neem is that she doesn't really get hungry much. I think she's still going to eat because she doesn't know any better, but she's always had this mysterious lack of hunger, and instead, when she isn't around people with strong emotions or when she's kind of getting drained with people around her that really don't support her, I think she starts feeling crummy and low energy, and somehow mysteriously she gains that energy back. And maybe being mischievous is one of those ways. Ooh, Lily, what are you wearing? That's my CC going wild, y'all. I do have a fair amount of CC, and you will see that in the game. Like, oh my god, Akiha, what are those earrings? Okay, I have to make fun of him. He just screams needing to be made fun of because, like, those glasses. I am pro people wearing earrings regardless of their gender, but I feel like those just clash so badly here, and Neem's just gonna rip on him because she's kind of a jerk. She sometimes is mean to you before you can be mean to her because that's how she survived in foster care. Ooh, we can accuse him of being an alien? Yeah, I think she would do that. She'd be like, "Are you from Mars or something? Why do you look like that?" Ooh, we are not getting along. And oh, 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 you alien, you. I don't think he liked that very much. He kind of brushed us off. Oh, I guess I'm not feeling that great about calling Akiha a alien. Yeah, that checks out. Ooh, Jasmine Beta. I don't think I've ever been with friends with her in a save file yet. And I feel like, maybe this is the file. Neem could use a friend and she should at least say hi. She's been kind of jerks to all the guys, but I feel like she's a girl's girl and she's gonna say hi. Ooh, she's preggers too. Hmm. They also have another baby, right? I think they do. I don't know. I kind of ignore them whenever I move in next door to them. I don't actually even know what she does for Akiri. Ooh, I could theorize about aliens. See, I love this. She's already obsessed with aliens. Part of her job requires it, and, she loves stargazing. It's her way of trying to make sense of the universe in a world that kind of never made sense to her. Victor Fang, I saw your wife wearing some scandalous clothing. Was she dressing up for you? Maybe they had a date. Oh, there she is. Oh, and he's running after her too. He's probably like, I gotta go catch my wife. She looks too hot. Oh no, Neem, is the food too hot for you? No, actually, she seems fine. I mean, she seems miserable, but I don't think it's because of how spicy the food is, which is rare. Oh, wait. Maybe I spoke too soon. Oh, Akira. Oh my god, I've been calling him Akiha. How silly. Akira is back for more. There I go again, tripping. Oh, apparently tripping helped me with my fairy powers. I don't know, we're going to be largely ignoring the fairy system in Gen 1 because she just doesn't believe in it. She doesn't know about it. She knows something's different about her, but she doesn't quite understand what it is. And so that whole system and that pack will explore through the next generation. So I put down a maker space in San Myshuno, and this is kind of our way of building our logic skill and building our handiness skill, which I believe the career requires. And so We're going to try to make this a makerspace, and I can use the cheats to do that. So I just hit control on the board for the community space and then selected makerspace. Ooh, yay. And I've already hit one of my goals for the Chief of Mischief trait or aspiration. That's amazing. I love getting ahead of the curve here. Ooh, look, I can make gnomes. Oh, this must also come from the fairy pack. I haven't yet really played much with the fairy pack. That's the last pack I've gotten. No, actually, I lied. I got hobbies, the Nordhaven pack, and the last sale. So we'll also be checking that pack out throughout the series. But it looks like there's a very fairy gnome, and so maybe we'll build that at one point. I don't think I can build it yet, but um, yeah, especially because I don't have a ton of money, so we've got to save up. But we might as well start stargazing here. We haven't yet been able to stargaze because our telescope didn't fit the balcony, so I think Neem's just going to spend a little bit of time gazing into the sky and trying to make sense of what she sees and chart the stars. This will probably be a nightly hobby for her. I think that stargazing will be pretty critical for her to kind of work through all of her abandonment issues and kind of think through how she is just one small piece of the universe. We haven't talked a lot about her other traits. I do have a few more mods in, and that gives her the sage personality trait as well as the lover personality trait, which is interesting. Oh, what is happening here? Neem, are you okay? Oh my goodness. A rare little bit of magic coming out of her, and she doesn't even notice it. But Aaron Beta might have. Oh my gosh. What do we do? Quickly. We have to brush him off and say, we don't know what you saw, but dude, you gotta forget about it. Um, it's kind of ironic because we met his wife earlier, just Minder Beta. She was the pregnant one at the fair. Ugh, I no, I'm not gonna accuse him of being an alien. We're just gonna brush him off because he doesn't know what he saw. He is questioning everything. We're just gonna say, ha 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 ha. I was just jumping up and down really fast. I wasn't floating. And I guess he bought it. Okay, bye. Oh man, we're gonna have to be more careful than that. Like, I feel like Neem doesn't even notice it when she goes through one of those experiences. She's just in her own blissful zone, doing her favorite hobbies, and then she starts floating in the air. And before you know it, she's back down on Earth, but we just have to make sure no one sees her. So yeah, anyways, Neem is just excited to move to the city, and the city really is a beautiful place. There's so many people around, and the area is charged with so much energy. She just wants to make it big, and she knows she has to focus on her new career in order to do that. So she's gonna do her best to max out the logic skill here. And in the meantime, I think she's thinking about how, she feels all alone and she just wants to find her people. I think she has this like chip on her shoulder, and ooh, let me pause that thought just to say because she's a scientist, she will also have eureka moments. So doing logic will actually help us out on the scientist career. But going back to what I was saying, Neem is just wanting to find family effectively because she's never really felt that. But in a way, she's also afraid to find it. I think if anyone has too nice of a life, she becomes a brat to them and just doesn't really feel like she can compete. So she's really complex, and I think that will be really fun to play out. So just taking a pause from Neem and talking about myself, again, welcome to Kahani Sims. This is going to be a real effort on my part to tell my stories in a different format and to bring you all along with me. So I hope you enjoyed this episode and getting to meet our legacy one founder. Next episode, we'll go through the goals of this legacy and I'll dive a little bit more into the Not So Berry challenge. But for now, I just wanted to get started, get Neem going and established in the city, and for us to play with her because I've been so excited to kind of jump in and let go of my nerves. I hope you will stick around. Oh, Neem being Neem again, floating around. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. And luckily, no one else did either. I think this is about time for us to head home and just go to bed before any other occurrences happen. We'll definitely want to be a little bit more careful in the workplace because scientists be quizzical, they're going to ask questions if they see Neem act weird, and she's going to really have to make them question their sanity in order to pass. I think this is something that Neem's dealt with all her life, and, she's going to hold everyone at bay so that no one can find out her secret. That is a fun part of our world setup here. We're playing with the secret occult mod, and that means that most people start off not really believing in the occult. So we'll see how that one plays out as well. And I'm really curious because I've never really tried it out in full efforts. We finally made it back home, so we're just gonna head to bed, and I will end the episode off here. Thank you again for joining us today. As Neem goes to bed, I think we're all left thinking, what really happened to Neem in her childhood, and where did she really come from? Why does she experience these weird occurrences like floating in air when she's elated, or feeling drained when she hasn't been around folks for too long? And in the end, maybe we'll find out more as she and her generations after her figure out what this whole magical world is all about. If you've enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and join us for more. We'll definitely be